Hey everybody, welcome back. We're making a wall near the coal mines now. Expanding this wall out this way because, again, like I said, we're going to be starting to dig down soon. And I want to sort of set the boundary on that. And, yeah, I don't want it to all be all falling in. You're going to notice there's actually some sand here that's raised up from the current level. And so I'm going to need to at least dig down with this part just enough to get that wall to be the same height. Because you can only go down 5 levels with these things. So I've got that mark to be mined like that too. We are kind of struggling on coal a little bit, to be honest. And I'm going to actually set this to be P1 now. Because the other tanks, specifically this one and the output, there's a lot of buffers over here and stuff too. So the power has no buffer, right? So like I don't want these things to shut down if, you know, we run out of coal. So they're going to be prioritizing delivering here. I've also removed this little patch of wall because I think most of this has to do with just travel time. And until they dig this down and make it flat, the trucks actually weren't able to go around this bend, which means they couldn't go through here to get to the tanks, and they couldn't go through here. So they were actually making their way all the way across like this. It's a really far drive. So I'm just going to cut that in until we get this flat. And then I have a different idea onto how to balance this appropriately and also to just slightly reduce the driving that these guys will end up doing. Okay, let's go exploring. I think we have a crew, right? We have a crew, 63 oil left on board. That's kind of nothing. So how about we go, I don't know. It doesn't really matter which one we go to. I don't know what's there. So off you go. And yeah, so hopefully this will help our coal situation in this. This is a large tank. So, I mean, it may look like there's not much here, but it's also an upgraded tank. So there's technically as much here as filling one of these. Well, okay, not quite, but pretty close to filling one of these. So it's fine. And then again, this supply down here has buffer tanks and stuff for the coal around here. Okay, little recap on what I'm working on over here. Not really a recap, you're being introduced to it now. I'm building tanks, so I'm expanding the rainwater collection in this area, and I'm gonna add some tanks here. This tank is full, which means all this stuff is, you know, kind of doing what it does. But the thing is, I want it to kind of be balanced, to a bias towards concrete, but I still want it to be able to go somewhere. And so a lot of these things just have nowhere to go right now. So I'm remaking this, and I'll probably end up redoing this pipe again. I have moved the pipe over a little bit, so you can kind of see maybe I want to use this area now, huh? Wink, wink. I kind of do. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set up a pipe balancer right here. And it's going to go, I think, yeah, right here is fine. I can't connect it directly to this, and that's fine. So we're going to set that up there. And then I'm going to have this be the pipe that ends up taking it up here. And I think I'll just go straight up if I can. Yeah. That's fine. So we'll deliver this. We'll deliver this. And we'll deliver this. Then I'm going to switch the direction on this pipe. And I'm going to kill this pipe. Okay. So this system is now set up with a pipe balancer running this direction. What I'd like to do is if there is excess water, okay? If there is excess water, I would like to instead route it around the other way too. Oh, did I do this backwards? Wait a minute. My brain, my beautiful brain. Some people would argue it's not so beautiful. I think I did this wrong. I want this to go here. Sorry. This needs to be taken away. Yes, I did this backwards. I want this pipe to not go this way directly. I want it to go into here directly. Yeah. Okay. Okay, hang on. Yeah, my brain messed up on this. I want to go... I think the pipe balancer is supposed to be here. And then if this is full, then go opposite direction. I think that was the goal. Yes. Sorry. Tear this down. My bad. This is one of those things where I've had it in my head, but like never actually put it in practice. I sometimes plan things out like by physically placing things on the map before I record, but I tend to not do that as often as maybe other creators do, because half the time my plans end up needing amended anyway. And if I spend a ton of time just like laying things out like this over here, I kind of did more so than usual. In the last series, I did this completely. But this time I kind of winged it and did it with you guys. Anyway, the pipe balancer was supposed to go here because of I needed the space, right? So what we'll end up doing is tearing this down. My bad. Remove it. Okay, and what we do then is we place the pipe balancer right here. Yeah, right. I think it's supposed to be right here, or maybe it's up one. Let's go up one like this, okay? And then we delete. We can just delete it all the way to here, I guess, and then delete this down a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna fix. I'm gonna fix this completely now. My bad. Sorry. This is the part where maybe let's just start over. Let's record differently. No, I'll let it play. Play it as it lies. Let's go straight across and then over. Okay, good. This is the way it was supposed to be. All right, so now this pipe is going to, you know, I'll let it go. I'll let it curve into there. Now what happens is, okay, we have a primary out on the pipe balancer, which is going to be this one. We're going to say this is the priority out, okay? But if you're full in this direction, and we need to upgrade this anyway, but if you're full in this direction, what I'd like you to do instead is head that direction, all right? And we'll do this level 1 pipe for now, but what I'd like you to do, is head this direction all the way across here at level 1. And yes, I said across. Deal with it. We're gonna go all the way across. I'm gonna like make it an effort to like really put that T in there now. I sometimes will troll people like that. If you make a big deal out of something really simple, I'll make a big deal out of it too, you know? Go that way. Okay, see how that plays out? So there's the tanks over here on this side now, back here. Now you might wonder why back here. Well, I'm getting to it, don't worry, getting to it. It looks like we can win battles with pirates without actually destroying them. Like this guy's still got both of his guns. Well, one of his guns. And then this guy's got more than half his health. But I guess they just decided to retreat. So that's good. What's this? It's a coal mine! Dude, it takes 200 red parts. That's good, because we're going to start making those today. 200 to get a coal mine going on the map. Oh, that's great. So that might... that certainly changes our dependency on it, doesn't it? Our dependency on this mining site. Oh, man. Now I really need to get this dock going. Another dock here. Yikes. It's going to have to be on this side. Oh, yeah. It's definitely got to be on this side. We are going to need to flatten this a little bit faster, guys. A little bit faster now, right here. I was going to bring in something else on this side. This was going to be where my wood dock is, but... yeah, no, I think it's going to be coal now. For sure. And, like... exactly where do I have to be to get this in here? Are we almost there? It needs to be way over here. Because that cliffside that's over there, I like that, right? I actually might be able to get away with it if I flatten this out to just here. Just here. I can get away with this. So why don't we focus their dumping efforts on going out just a tad bit more. And they don't need to go and do this anymore, not yet. We'll focus their dumping efforts here instead so that I can get that coal mine up and running. And you know what? I kind of want that fast. Like faster than this. Yeah. Yeah, way faster than this. You don't dump here anymore. You go out and do it somewhere else. We can bring the wood in on this one, and we'll do the coal one over here. Yeah. Dump it over here now. Good. We should also make this a bit more convenient to pass through, right? Let's upgrade this water pipe. Tank, sorry. Upgrade this one. And then I'm going to make a ramp right here on the... Ooh, I might want to go one more, right? Is that doable? It absolutely is. Okay, the ramp will be on this side then. It'll be the small ramp, and I'm going to place it right here. Let's give it a little bit more room. Kind of like that. Quick deliver that. So it's just a ramp so they can get here and not have to go all the way around this whole thing all the time. Okay. Anyway, so the water's going to come this way if it can, right? If it's full this direction, this is the priority out. But if it's full this direction, it can't go that way. Then I want the excess water that's not being used to go that direction. Then we're expanding additional water supplies. So then all this water goes this way. But these two are also going to go directly into this tank. And actually, we'll have these two do it as well because this pipe actually goes around that direction. Then we have this pipe. It's just hanging out in here. Might be wondering, where is this pipe going? It's already laid in. You already built it even. Where is it going, right? Oh, hang on. I may have messed this up slightly, but I think we can make it work still. We'll go ahead and have you come off the top pipe. Drop in, and then you come up and do that. Yeah, so some of the water that's already on its way back to the tank will just go that way, and that's okay with me too. Okay, so here's what we're going to do with this pipe. We're going to make steel. As you might have imagined, we're going to make steel today, and we're going to place this. Let's put another mining tower down here. We're going to go ahead and get an area select for this, and I want you guys mining as much as you can on this side. Let's say there, okay? This is where this mine control tower will be doing its business. Clearly don't have enough construction parts now. Yikes. We've already come home. Is there? No, I think until I get steel up. Well, I actually can't. Never mind. In case you're wondering what I was thinking of, I was like, do I want to deliver this now? No, we can't. We have to do steel first. So in that case, we can kind of go and... Are we full or something? Why can't we just leave? Oh, right. The pirate. We had the pirate problems. That's fine. We have very busy trucks. We are at the peak of our vehicle limit as well, so we need to do something there as well. Now, I'm wondering, the vehicle limit, that is research still, right? It's not vehicle bay 2. But I think vehicle bay 2 is what's required to get the large trucks and the bigger excavator. So you need this. We also need vehicle parts 2. And vehicle parts 2 is a little odd, and I think most people will probably agree with me that vehicle parts, like the large vehicle thing, is kind of out of order. Either this or glass is out of order. Personally, I think it's large vehicles that's out of order. And the reason is because you need glass in order to make vehicle parts 2, but you unlock this way before you get access to glass, right? You can't make glass yet. Glass is over here. So you can get vehicle parts, or you can get large vehicles here, right? But all of this stuff to make these kind of requires you to have glass. And you can't get glass until way over here. See what the problem is? So personally, I think the large vehicles should be moved over into here. And you should have this basically be unlockable maybe like right away in the tier, like right like in this main area here. That way, like, it's not such a big difference. The other alternative to this, since you do require glass to make those parts, just have it, you know, maybe be here or something, and then you can put this and then have that before advanced smelting, or make another tree. Just like expand it into this area somewhere. I feel like this should be there because, again, you can't really use this until you have glass. The only reason I researched it is just so I can finish up tier 2 research so I can start research lab 3 and have it be dedicated. So anyway, let's make steel. So steel requires a couple of different new resources, right? We have coal needing to be over here, and that's how we get molten iron, and that's fine. All of this stuff is still going to be required, but if you haven't seen the game before, then you may not know what we're doing. The cooled caster. This is a new sort of, it takes the place of the metal caster, basically. Cooled caster is going to take the molten steel plus 6 water and kick out 12 steel. I like it. We're going to place this. I want there to be just enough room to drive through here, so I think I'm going to place it about here. It's far enough away from the mines to be good too, so we'll place 4 of them like right here. Okay? And we have Well, we'll do this in steps. I know exactly how I want to set this up, but this part has not been tried, and this part has kind of been decided already. So here's the cooled casters. Now, in order to get the molten steel, you need to take molten iron, and you need to add oxygen to it. At least that's the workflow the game says, okay? Which is not the way it is in real life, but fine. I don't know why. It's just oxygen. So we're going to take the oxygen, right? And we're going to bring it into here. Now, obviously, we're not producing oxygen yet, so we'll be doing that too. And I'm going to leave just a little bit extra room, I think, just for pipes and stuff. So let's go there, flip it around. I do want to line up all the doors. So I want the molten channels to get lined up. We're going to need to go like that and then flip it over and go like that. Okay. Now this is complaining that there's mining stuff not in the range. We're going to fix that too. This isn't built yet, so I need that built. Can we get that built? Let's pause that belt. And then we can get this built. Oh, you guys are starting on this already, huh? Maybe we should go planning mode here. I think maybe we should go planning mode here. So they don't build this just yet. I'm not quite certain it'll be exactly here. Yeah, so we'll take the molten channel. You know what, Tayo? I'll do all the pipes and the molten channels and all that stuff. I'll do that off camera because it's kind of tedious to route everything, but I want you to get the general idea for what we're doing now. So again, oxygen, molten steel, and exhaust. We're going to take care of all those things too. I'm also going to combine the exhaust that's being entered in from these two machines and combine it into a single larger exhaust, which all of the stuff will feed into. We're going to get the blast furnace. So this is what I want to also have hooked up. And I believe this is enough room. Maybe it should be here instead. Let's go like that with the slag on the inside. We'll go like this with the slag on the inside. Maybe I should line up the pipes instead. I think I should line up the pipes instead. Let's go with, yeah, this on the inside. Switch it over like that. Switch it over. We need to go 2 spaces this time. Separate that slag a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. And then right like that. That lines up the molten channels on all these things. So for those of you who haven't played the game before, I do like to walk people through this stuff, right? So here's what's happening. We're going to take iron in just like this side. Everything's going to be the same as this. This coal belt is going to route around and come right into here, okay? So we create the molten iron. The molten iron then comes into here. We're going to add oxygen. I'll get that going now too. And it makes molten steel plus more exhaust. And then finally, the molten steel plus the water. We're going to add water. Hello, water. See that where that pipe's coming from now? And that gives us steel. That steel is going to get routed with a belt. Should we just go out further? It's getting routed to over here. So I think I was going to put it here, but now I'm thinking it'll be here instead. But I wanted to put some extra stuff here. No, I'm gonna stick to my plan. My original plan is to put this right here. This is gonna be where steel is stored. These 2 bins, and we'll make a small one next to this because we can. This is where my steel is getting stored. So this flat conveyor is gonna end up delivering it there, and then this flat conveyor will be routed around. Let's go like that. We can hug this, or I can go straight across and do a bridge. For the plans I'm thinking of, I think the bridge might be better here. Although, if the belt is routed really close to this, that would actually be fine. Yes, let's do that. I also want to make an amendment to what I said before. Because, like, I understand how the systems work, but sometimes I don't fully understand the implications of how that works. So, before we talked about the pipes and how you can't go right in front of these things because it won't let you do it, right? Well, if you hit R, it will allow you, it stops the snapping. And we already went through this. I already showed this, the fact that we didn't have that snapping happening. Is it R? No, it's not R. It's F. Yes, F. Yes, F. If you hit F, you can go right past it and block it if you want to. And again, like this is one of those things where like you can see, I'm pretty sure it was R though. I guess it was F, yeah. Anyway, you remove the snapping, then you don't need to like disassemble and stuff. You just lay it in, and that is admittedly much better. So there you go. Trying to correct my wrongness. Now we do want to have snapping here because I want these all connected. So we're gonna go up like this, and that is going to stop them from driving through here, isn't it? So I might need to scoot this back so I can have a bridge. I don't want to stop this. Yep, we need to scoot this back a little bit. So I need to cancel you, unfortunately, since you already started delivering. We'll just go like that. And then I want to take this whole setup and move it back behind wherever a bridge will be. So we're going to put the bridge in right here. Like that. And I kind of need that built now, don't I? Yeah, we'll unpause that. We're not saving concrete, which is weird. This should start getting backed up very soon. Like, we're not making any more yellow parts right now. So this should start getting backed up, and then we'll be able to save the concrete. But I think just to save the concrete quick, just to make this bridge, I'm going to pause the intake belt on that so we can start stockpiling it and then deliver this. But what we'll want is for all of this to now be right up against this. We don't need to waste any space, and we also want to stay away from the iron mine so that we don't have any risk of our stuff, you know, being taken out. So I think we'll go straight up with this one. Let's go one back just in case I want to route a pipe or something. So we'll place it here instead. This conveyor will go straight across into there. And then you're going to go that way. And you're going to go that way. And you're going to go that way. Now we have space to expand on both sides if we want to. But all the steel ends up going through here into these storages. And then out underneath this. Underneath this, right? From here we rise up. And we go all the way along this part to here. And then we're going to duck in. Oh, hang on. One more back. Yeah, one more back. Hang on. Right to here. I don't want to go this far. I want to stop right here. Can you stop right here? Please? Pretty please? Can you just... Can you... Oh, almost. You had it? Oh, you were... Yep. And then through here. Thank you-ish. Oh. Why not? Is it because... Yeah, okay. I think I need to go just a little bit further. Come on now. I was going to route all these, you know, without you guys, but now here I am routing belts anyway. This is your friendly neighborhood belt router. Should go right through there in the middle, but it's in the side, but it's not. So I guess we're going through the middle. Anyway, I upgraded this bridge so that it had an extra part here that it can go through. And so we'll end up having this go all the way around to here. Now steel is routed into this area. Okay. Can we build this yet? Man, they are taking all my concrete. It's because of this. Hang on. Yeah, they're still building these. Let's pause these really quick. I don't want you to do that. Can you take them over to the bridge instead now? Can we do that? I need this bridge done just so I can, you know, I don't want to disrupt the vehicles while I make other additional plans. And it's going to take a while to plan this out. But anyway, that's how we do this. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different than I did over here. You see all these iron tanks, and that's cool and all these small little iron tanks. I'm going to do things a little bit differently on this side. Instead of having individual iron tanks for each one of these, I'm instead going to use 2 loose storages, which are going to be placed, I think, here and here. And I will instead take from these loose storages, we will lift it up. And I don't even need to lift it up. We'll have the coal be lifted up. Yeah, let the coal do that. We'll lift it up, and we're going to let you... Maybe I could just balance it. Do we want to do a balancer here? It's not a bad idea. It can be balanced. If it can be balanced, why not balance it, right? We can put it right here. It only blocks 1 intake. It's very nice and tight there. And then we can have you go that way, you go that way, and then we'll have this one go I don't know about the coal being in there, but yeah. We can have this one go out this way and then in, and then you can go this way and in. And it completely balances the whole thing. It does cost more parts here, right? This is less efficient because we are adding this extra bit here that didn't need to be added is being added. But it gets us more iron. It's the same amount of iron. 4 of these little tanks, the same as these 2 bigger tanks, and the same amount of iron in here, but it can now be balanced between the 4 a little bit easier. I can have the mining tower specifically take it to a certain spot instead, and I like that better. Let's deliver that, and I still can't? Really? What's taking this? Is it construction parts? No. It's got to be concrete. What's the deal with the concrete? We have 33? Did I pause the wrong belt? I'm sorry. How are you not making this? You have all the resources locked on the belts. What's going on here? You're making it. Missing input. What's the deal? Oh, wait. It's water. Wait, huh? Oh. Hey, we messed it up. Look. It's got nothing to do with the concrete and stuff. Everything is water. I'm dumb here. Let's fix this. Yeah, I didn't. I switched the pipe and I didn't let it go. I'm sorry. Okay, here you go. So dysfunctional. Planning mode's gonna ruin me here. And release the river. All right, good. We'll also go and upgrade this one too, just because we can. All right, more water for all of you. Yes, we can have concrete now. Yes, good. Okay, can we build this? Can I have this? Can I have this built now? I need 40. Well, the trucks are taking it very fast. I mean, they're gonna bring it here anyway, right? Here, I'll just set this as a priority. They'll do it. Okay, tell you what, let me put this in place. You can kind of see how this is laid out right now, right? So I can go in and put this all in place. The one thing I will say, though, that we're going to need to add to this arrangement is we're going to need to generate oxygen. And that's where the air separator comes in. We're going to just make oxygen flat out, and we're going to let an exhaust just take care of the nitrogen. We don't need it. So we'll generate a whole bunch of oxygen here. Now, this is taking 36 for every 60 seconds, right? And we're going to need 18 every 60 seconds for each one of these. So I need 2 of the oxygens, 2 of the air separators. Okay, I've got most of the stuff routed correctly here. I've moved it over a little bit this direction. I took a look at the layers and I realized I was kind of invalid, iron. Like, we could totally get iron over here eventually. So I just moved it out of danger there. And if I need to put a little wall in right here later on, then I will. But it's over here now where it's a bit more future-proof. So they started to make things, which is cool. We're getting oxygen stored into this fluid tank here, which is kind of nice. I would actually like to go ahead and see about getting these tanks made pretty quickly here because it's going to store iron. And we're going to go ahead and just do that really quick and tell them to go ahead and do that, okay? Now, for the rest of this stuff, all of this stuff is going to be routed so that the exhaust from all of this goes into here. And I've already done that with this iron. So these guys here is a little bit more spaced out over in here now. It's a little bit cleaner now. And all of this exhaust now comes out here. So this is taking all the exhaust. Now, eventually, I want to go ahead and scrub that. So we'll probably put something like that right here. But I'm trying to leave this area open because I don't know what to expect with research. And I kind of want to leave it open just in case. So I'm doing that. So yeah, we've got the 2 oxygen tanks that are going to be right here as nice, decent overflow. Have 2 oxygen producers here. All of this stuff can probably be unpaused, but I'm going to just let them... I want them to be able to build the infrastructure parts that don't require maintenance. So I'm going to unpause that stuff. Here we go. Just let that happen and let the belts happen. And this is expensive. Like, this stuff is going to cost a lot of gold parts. So I'm hoping that I don't have to wait too long for it. The storages can wait, and so can this. And I'm going to go ahead and unpause that now. I wanted to construct a few things over in this, like the pipes and stuff. Any construction parts for this stuff over here. I paused this, and I shouldn't have, so I'm going to unpause it now. let's get the construction parts being made again. Yeah, so let's wait for that to happen. We're going to take a look at our ship. It just went ahead and fully explored over here. I think we can have it go this way now and see what's over there. There we go. And research, it says none is selected. So did we get all of this? All of research 2 is done. Everything else from this point forward needs research 3. Okay, so to upgrade the research labs, we need red parts, right? Yeah. And we also need steel, and we also need gold, or I guess tier 2 lab equipment. So there's a lot of stuff we need here that we're not making yet. The tier 2 lab equipment requires us to, I believe, have this assembly. I think I have to have one of these. So really just everything research-wise is at a standstill now until I get that. And then I'm actually a little concerned about the number of parts I have in unit storage here. That was overdone. I'm wondering if there's any way I can sell these lab equipment. Like, is there anybody who wants this stuff? Because I feel like I made too many. I mean, I definitely did. But here's the thing, though. We're going to use lab equipment 1 to make lab equipment 2. Yeah, so I guess it's really not that big of a deal, right? We could probably leave this open, but that's why I'm saying, like, there's probably something else I should be doing in this area, and I'm leaving this open for the possibility of working on research stuff in the future. Now, there's one thing I haven't routed here, and that's slag. Trucks going all around and getting to different sources to get the slag cleared out, it's kind of inefficient. So we're gonna kind of streamline this a little bit too. I'd like to, I guess I didn't route the oxygen yet either, but I'll do that. These 2 pipes right here are gonna get oxygen. So what I'd like to do is with the slag, we're gonna go up to height 1, and we're gonna go straight over underneath this pipe, all the way over by this. I'd like to be on top of this if I could, but it may not let me. And that's actually fine because we're going to be dropping it down and going underneath here like this anyway. Oh, you're not going to let me do that. You know what, though? You will let me do this if I get a different bridge. Yeah, if we get a different bridge, this will allow it. We got 58 concrete. This may not be enough. We're gonna go for this. I have a different. If we do the largest bridge, you can actually go level 1 height underneath it. So I'm gonna take this large ramp here. Yep, this one right here, and we're gonna go like that. I can't quick deliver it. It needs 160 concrete. But if they do that, and they'll work on it, then what I can do is I can take this slag belt and we can go up 1 level underneath this bridge and we come out like that. That's what I was hoping to do. So this slag is going to go on the top of this belt all the way over to about here. Okay? That belt. Then this slag, see how these trucks have to keep going and getting it? I don't want them to have to come all the way over here to do that anymore. So we're going to, again, go height 1, go all the way around like this, and hook up right there. And then all of these guys are going to be just putting it onto this belt like so. And it gets right there. Cool. So next I'm going to take and get a loose storage setup. I'll probably do 2 of them, but for now I think just the 1 is okay. And I think I'll maybe scoot it back. Yeah, let's leave it about here and here. And then we'll just go ahead and eliminate that. But I have room for a second one now. And then we're going to take from here, we're going to drop it down and stick it into there. And now all the trucks that want to bring slag from this entire area will go right here to get it. And then all they have to do is bring it over there for processing. I could belt it there. I'm kind of watching my power because all these long belts, they take a lot more power, right? So there is a trade-off to doing all these belts. You just have to keep your power grid up. It's, I mean, it's a thing. You have to just keep your power in check, yeah. So then the last thing to do then is just to make sure that these slag are connected to that, like so, and like so. Okay, slag going in there, all the way around and routed. It goes through here. All of you guys get to drop it off that way. Yeah, good. Okay, so let's go ahead and quick build some of these. I can't build all of them, but if I don't quick build, then these machines won't kick out the slag and it'll be stuck in there, see? I don't want it to get stuck, so we have to quick deliver these kind of quickly, I would think. Quick deliver quickly, that's what I said. Don't you forget it. Yep, just go ahead and do that and do that. That's gonna get the slag out of here. So now all this stuff is connected and it'll go right here. And then the last thing is making sure that this processes slag. And again, I could belt this over there, but I just like the trucks to not have to go like this, and then all the way over into each individual, or having to go all the way over here. Just stop right here is totally fine. At least it should be. They're dropping stuff off, and this is nice. I like it. Let's unpause that. We'll quick deliver this. Oh, I should have done that with the other thing. Well, yeah, whatever. I should have done that with the other thing, but okay. So yeah, that's our setup for steel. So all we have to do now is just wait for the parts to come in and let it run, and we'll check our work then. See you in a second. Okay, so I've got most of these structures built, but we've run into a problem, an all too familiar problem. I noticed that this thing had a little red lightning bolt on it, and I said, wait a minute. Does this mean I don't have power? Yeah. Yeah, it means I don't have power. And it's because we ran out of coal. Over here, they flattened this whole thing out. I was busy building this, and I totally didn't pay enough attention to them, and they didn't have anything else to do other than dig sand at the moment, so that's what they're doing. So we're going to be in a little bit of a crisis there when it comes to that, but that's okay. I want them to start building this, so I'm going to go ahead and take that away now and say, guys, it's time that you did other things. So off you go. Make ramps, and they'll start digging the ramp here and down there. Now, I've got this wall already done so that this won't dive down anymore, and there's still room to drive through here, so that's nice. So this is completely passable now. I like this. And they're going to finally start getting into the coal here any minute now. I want them to focus on the coal once they get there. So we're going to go ahead and select that. Some of them already have that as their selection, but that's okay. And there we go. Now over here, you're going to do the same thing. Once they see coal, I want you to jump all over it, okay? Freaking tree harvester. Can I help, guys? Guys, I got this thing. It looks kind of like a scooper. Can I help? Guys? No, I'm just kidding. He's going after these trees over here, which is fine. And then hopefully he'll go up this ramp, which I think actually that ramp has been caved in now, so there may not be a way to get up there, but we can maybe put in another ramp for him to get up here, because it's possible that they can't. So diesel supply is very low now, and has a lot to do with the fact that we don't have any power. Because these buildings take power now, they won't operate to give us diesel, right? So now we're in a time crunch. Basically, I messed up and didn't pay attention to the mine. So this is a way that you can learn from my mistakes. Always pay attention to your mine. So I'm going to go in and fill that in. And that's going to allow me to now designate this entire thing where I want it. Now, everything needs to be down to -2. No lower than -2. Okay? We also don't want to dig any tile where the wall is. So we're going to just go ahead. Those can stay, but these need to go. There we go. Okay. And so we want the walls, of course, to be complete if we can get away with it. And we now also need this wall put in. So I should be able to do that now since they dug this and made it flat. There we go. And now I need one of these little segments. And we need to go bop, bop. And well, come on now, I held shift. I know I did. Bop and bop. Okay. I also need a corner here too. Now, it's not super vital that you put the corners in, but stuff will leak if you don't. So, you know, if you really want to do it right, put the corners in. There we go. And pretty much all these should be allowed to exist, but it's really this side that I want to go first. And this is in there. So again, everything goes down to -2 at first. Now the reason for that is because, of course, the walls, right, they only protect you 5 levels down. And you'll know when they've hit that depth because there's a little red line on the bottom of the wall And that'll tell you, hey, you know, the wall doesn't go down any more than this. And yeah, that's how you'll know. So just keep an eye on that. If you're going slower than I am, I'm marking the whole thing -2 because I can. But I was thinking about putting a wall here too. But like this whole thing is just mining area to me. So I'm actually okay with it just like caving in on this side and everything. Like I don't care. But if you care, then make sure you're doing that right. Okay, so I'll go ahead and mark this to mine too. But I don't want to mark this yet until that wall is done. So once that wall's taken care of. But they should start getting coal now. We should start seeing this get filled in. This is the #1 priority. They should all be dumping it into here first, nowhere else. So nothing else in the place is actually getting any coal right now. And that's okay. And we can actually get some fuel going with this oil. I go ahead and turn this back on. We'll start using the coal that we have in this belt to provide even more fuel, just to help us with that deficit. And the power is getting kicked back on now. Okay, so nobody panic. All right, we had some deja vu, right? Some familiar situations for a little bit, and it's all taken care of now. Everything's fine. Okay, we're back up and running. No problem. Okay, so all of this, I want to see molten steel there, and then go. This should give us our first created steel as long as we give it water. So that's the final step. All right, so this is our water pipe for this, and I'm hoping that that's full. This is going to get filled up eventually. Go ahead and turn off the exports here if we can. There we go. I honestly don't care if there's a truck import. I don't mind that. So what we want to do is we want to put this pipe and have it go straight across over to there. But I want to allow passage by vehicles, of course. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. Just a little ramp right here. We can line it up with this one if we want to be so bold as to do so. And we go right about like that. Like this. Like that. All right. Once we get the concrete and stuff for that, they'll go ahead and build that. Where are you? Really? You're just gonna choose not to go around this pipe? For real? Yeah, you'll eventually do it. You're like, oh, right. I think you just kind of got stuck in the middle of the construction and couldn't pass through it still, but it's okay. Anyway, so with that being built, and hopefully it is soon, we can now get this pipe. I will lift this up, I think, to height 2 at this point. Is it supposed to be 2 or 1? It's 1. Okay, so we'll go height 2 to here. So they can pass underneath it. And then we'll duck down to 1 from here and go straight across underneath all of this to here. Okay? And actually, I wanted to open myself up with the possibility of expanding, right? That was part of the goal. So why don't we actually go ahead and do one of these numbers? We can make this height 2 across here, then go straight over, like, honestly, we should just go straight over from here, right? Yeah. We could say height 2 to this point, and then height 1 down from here, and then straight over. Yep. From there, and then just connect it there. All right, so all of these pipes now, and I really don't care if it's level 1 or level 2 pipes, but I got a bunch of construction parts, so I might as well. We're just going to curl it down into there. Curl it down into there. And curl it down into there. All right, let's see if we can't get some water delivered to these guys and start seeing our first bits of steel pop out of here before we end this video. Just want to see that steel show itself. Lay the pipe all in. It's all good. It doesn't look that great here. I could probably do this part a little bit better. This is disgusting, isn't it? Yeah. Do you guys like the way that looks? Huh? Said looks are important, right? How's that working out for you? We'll go in and Oh, wait, that's level 1. I want it 2. We'll go in and try this. We'll go up to 2 from here. Yep. And then we'll just feed you into this. Like, oh, you're on a bend even. So yeah, that makes sense. Well, we'll take care of it. All right. I don't want anyone to freak out. Call their parents. Mommy, he was mean to me. Wah. He was making me look at disgusting things. No, I'm not. You haven't seen disgusting. Have you been on the internet? There's some disgusting things on the internet. I can tell you. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you anything about it. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve to know. All right. I think this is good. I think we're ready to rock. I'll alter the deal a little bit with the oxygen pipes. And I, instead of coming from this side, I decided to take this big pipe here and go straight over and then split at this point. I thought it looked better, but, you know, whatever. So that's the last piece of the puzzle right there. And then the final piece is this. I wanted to get it all going all at once. So are you excited to see it all go at once? All we have to do is click this purple button and it will all go at once. I want to see it flourish. Come on now, give me those parts. I need 30. Come on, trucks, quit taking them. What do you got to do, huh? What are you building? Go. All right. The iron will flow out of this one and into this one and then out and get distributed. I did decide to go with a single belt here instead of, going two separately things here. I don't know. Like, it just felt like whatever. It doesn't matter. But if I really need to, then sure. I feel like it's balanced enough as is, especially since the supply is most likely just going to sit there. Actually, the final bit, we're not done yet because we need coal to be delivered. So there is some coal coming in on the belt now. We are mining it pretty well, but I do need to alter this a little bit too. So let's fix this really quick. We'll take and delete it out to here. And then the U-shaped belt from this point. Hi, can you snap to the belt? Can you please? There you go. This will go out and... to be honest, if I'm being super honest with you, as I like to be sometimes, I feel like we should take it around this way so we don't interfere with the iron mines. What do you say? Sounds like a better plan, right? We could just duck underneath here. I mean, I have all this. The thing is, I have this extra place to go through here, but I can't get through here. It's too tight. Should have went one over, right? Silly me on this bridge. I could always make another bridge here, but take a look at the layers. Yeah, I should go this way with this. I shouldn't bother the miners. Please don't disturb the miners. They're almost as fragile as the keepers. So we'll put this at height 1, I guess. No, it should stay height 2, it looks like, yeah. So height 2 to like here, and then can I go underneath here? Yeah, it will kind of squiggly, but it will let me do it. I'm okay with this. Is everyone else okay with this? Honestly, we could do this even better. Hang on. There's a way to do this even better to please both me and the symmetry gods at the same time. Well, the symmetry gods they're long gone. They don't care now. They're like, this guy's a lost cause. We don't like him anymore. That's what they've done. They've already, all the maxis have already gone. They decided to stop watching a long time ago. Good. Good. Yeah. Symmetry maxis. I'm not going to appeal to them, and that's completely okay with me. Let's bring this down. Oh, you almost had it. Go back just a little bit. I think just one is probably enough. Yep. And then through here. Good. And then, well, I mean, can't exactly use that, can you? Can you? I mean, we also can't go... Hey, wait a minute. Hey, that's a total possibility, isn't it? Yeah, it sure is. I don't even need to move that pipe. I could just go like, Hold on, thinking. If I go like this... I can stay height 1, right? And then just come out right here. Yeah. Because this is a big bridge. You can use the big boy bridge for all the big boy projects and things. Yeah, let's just do that. So the coal will route here. And then we can drop it down and go all the way over here, right? Yeah. Oh, this will be fine. Yeah, everything's fine. Okay, so we'll leave it at height 1. Although I did make this pipe height 1, and I should have made this pipe height 2. So I'm gonna actually redo that pipe and make sure it stays the height 2. But I also want to make sure I'm hugging this really tightly because of the mine. So let's make sure we're not interfering with the mines. So this pipe does need to be redone. Only to the point where we can get it to height 2 and out of the way. So we'll say that you just get out of here. Take all your oxygen with you. And then we'll go up to height 2 instead. And we'll come off of this one. That's probably fine. And then all the way over to like this. And then over 1 and then down. Does that work for me? I think it does. There we go. Okay, last thing then is just to make sure that this does what it needs to do all the way down here and in. Well, let's go a little bit more just in case we expand. I want to go one more that way. Yep, that works. And that works. And that works. And that works. And now the only thing that may not work is the actual supply of coal. Because, I mean, that's the last thing I have to worry about, isn't it? So we'll get coal fed here, there. And this is done now, okay? We're done now. We did it. Steel is up and running. Everything is good with steel. Are we happy with steel? Not quite yet. There we go. Let's unpause this. And steel storage is right here. And we're going to start seeing that head on in to steel storage. And then the next thing to do is to get that steel coming on over here, and we start making red parts right here, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. But this video is kind of long as is, right? So I just wanted to show you that it is in fact completed, and that you don't have anything to worry about because we have power now and fuel. Everything's just completely restored so fast. Oh my God. Oil is not completely restored though. Not complete. Get this out of here. Oil is not completely restored. But this thing can just go. Like, it really can just leave whenever it wants. I'm not sure what it's doing here, just sitting here. It says waiting for enough cargo to pick up. I think what it is I only have 2 people here. Let's crank it up. I got extra workers. We'll do 3 here instead and see what it decides to do then. Okay. Filled my hard drive again. God, this game gets me. When we come back in the next one, we're going to be doing... obviously, the red parts are going to go here, right? And we'll have the steel, which is already being kicked out and moved into storage. Very nice. We're going to start using that, and we're going to set up probably, I would think lab parts 2 is going to get set up probably right in this area because we're going to be using, well, we're going to be using lab parts 1 to do it, and it makes sense to do it here. I believe I have to upgrade this in order to do that. But yeah, I'll investigate that. We'll have a plan. We'll execute it, and we'll get going on research once more, okay? Take it easy, guys. Love your faces. Thanks for the watch. I appreciate it. We'll see ya. Bye.